Welcome to Happy Hour. These days, I've been feeling like doing a little cooking here. I got my little kitchen set up. Hopefully it looks like a PBS show to you because that's what I was going for. Last week we made homemade Bloody Mary mix. And I wanted to talk about a few infusions. So yes, we make cocktails on the show, but I'm also trying to talk about other things, cocktail adjacent, liquor adjacent things, because it all, in the end, goes into drinks. And I'm trying to think of like, well, what don't I know how to make, that kind of stuff. So obviously you can buy flavored liquors. This is the thing. The whole Pinnacle line is all flavored for you. Absolute makes a Absolute Papar, which I don't know if they named that after George Papard from the A-Team, which I think they did. That makes sense. It's not pepper, but that's a nice spicy vodka that you could add to like a Bloody Mary or something. But there's a few other infusions that I've learned to make over the years that I've really enjoyed. And we're going to start by making them, and then in future episodes, we'll make a drink with them. This one's actually really simple. Thyme does all the heavy lifting here. But we're going to make a spicy tequila. So I grabbed, to get a ball jar here, I grabbed from the co-op up the street, or wherever you can get dried chili peppers. If I were in Portland, I would have gone to Sun Market, for instance. They have dried chili peppers there, or Veranda out on Forest Avenue. That's great. But up here where I am now in the Mid-Coast, I had a food co-op, and they had ancho chilies, which is cool because they smell spicy. You can tell that you'll bite into this and it'll be spicy, but additionally they have a flavor. It's almost a sweetness to it. It's almost like barbecue sauce-ish in a way. So it's not just like a straight hot pepper, but it is a hot pepper and it will flavor our tequila. So in order to complement that, I thought to get a reposado, which is Italian for rested. JK, it's Spanish. Espanol. Hornitos Reposado is a good, solid tequila from our friends in Mexico. It is a 100% blue agave, which is what you want it to say on all of the bottles of tequila that you buy. And it has its own slightly more, caramelly flavor. It's rested a little bit more. Blanco is not rested for very long in steel drums. These are done in wooden barrels generally. And Yeho, I believe, being the most rested. Do I have that right? Put it in the comments. I don't care. So I thought that would be a good combo with the ancho chilies. Now I'm gonna you don't need as many of these as you think because they're gonna generate a lot of heat and you're not gonna wanna leave them in super long, which I found out the really hard way. I put a lot of dried chilies in some tequila once and I left it there for like 5 days to kind of really get all that heat out, and I took a sip and it burned me badly for a very long time. As I've mentioned before, I've got a lot of Scottish, genes in here, and when I meet heat, I just got to be careful with it. That was unpleasant. So what I'm going to suggest is, in 3 cups of tequila, because this is basically a 3-cup vessel, and you can't really tell because they're vegetables. It's not like a Twinkie, which is made of not food. Like, you know exactly what's in a Twinkie because the scientists put exactly what's in there. So like, maybe these are mellow. Maybe they're super hot. I don't really know. You can kind of guess though, because if you cooked with, you can't just necessarily guess something's heat by smelling it, but if you've cooked with them, you know how hot they can be. So let's put in, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let's put in roughly this many. Yes, and then we're gonna just simply fill the jar with the tequila. There you go. Oh, there's a little bit left. So I guess 3 cups equals 750 milliliters. And you know what? You might be like, you should have known that, but you would have had to Google it too. You know you would have. I was gonna make a joke about what you could do with the leftover tequila, which is drink it, but there is no leftover tequila. Again, cap, get some painter's tape. Mine is at home because I'm a dum-dum. Put some painter's tape, put it on the jar, Sharpie, date, so you know how long it's been here. We should leave this to soak for 3 days. At which point I would suggest taking a spoon, taste your straw, whatever, taste it. If it's too hot, then add more tequila. If it's not hot enough, add a couple more chilies and let it wait. And then you don't want to just leave the vegetal matter in here because it will eventually like break apart. And it won't necessarily be bad for you or, I don't know, make you sick or anything, but it just kind of gets not gnarly. And if you do leave it in there long enough, yes, it will start to decompose, and that's gross. But they're dried anyway. But you're reconstituting them with delicious, man, it's already starting to change color a little bit. So check back into the future episode, and we will use this delicious spicy concoction, and I'll show you how to make a cocktail with it. This has been Happy Hour, brought to you by Maine Spirits. You can learn more about this and many other cocktails at mainspirits.com. You can download their app for your smartphone. That's a smart move. Why? What to buy, where to buy, and what to do with it once you get it. You can also follow them on Instagram at Maine_spirits. But no matter what you do, please drink deliciously and, most importantly, responsibly.